Lights, camera, gay. We're here, baby, and we're queer. My name is Alex Woody, host of this beautiful goddamn podcast called Midnight in the Bay, and it's episode 151. And I'm psyched to be here because my mom just bought me a new shirt. Whoa, I'm feeling cool. Nike. Look at what I got too. Mom was feeling really nice. I gave her a compliment. You ever want to get something out of a woman extra? Give them a compliment because I got the hat to match. Yep, just a grown man holding hands with his mom on an afternoon Monday. Life is great. How are you doing? Oh, good. And you got that cleared up? Perfect. I'm glad we can interact because this is definitely not a one-sided conversation. Hey, by the way, new fat, like young fat, is way different than old fat because I'm becoming old fat and woof, grumpy is my middle name. Young fat, there's no grumpiness. Everyone's having a blast. Hey, I'm fat. I'm making you laugh. Hee 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 hee. When you're old and fat, you're like, oh, my stomach. Let me get some of those acid reducers. Oh, I don't feel good. Oh, what you say? I'm fat. But young and fat, I'm feeling good. I wish I was getting laid more, but I don't feel aches and pains yet. Hey, any young fat guy, live it up. If you're listening or watching, live it up because when you become my age and get old and fat, it's a different story. It just starts going like this. Then you gotta start drinking and smoking and eating Captain Crunch just to cope. But you know what? I like coping. When people are like, oh, you gotta do all that to cope. Yeah, coping's fun. I like activating that mechanism. I just keep looking at myself with this beautiful light. Audio listeners, you are missing out on the video. I am looking like a hunk of meat with this light. It's feeling great. You know, speaking of feeling great, I had an audience member last night come up to me after a show, and he goes, after I bomb, he goes, you were a little flat up there. I'm like, thank you. I've been watching the Taco Bell, watching the LBs, watching the Netflix. God, I look like a awesome guy. I heard a commercial because I'm old. It was a company called Reputation Defender. Yeah, basically, it's a company that defends assholes. Hey, you got a reputation. And apparently online, it's bad. Guess what? For a hefty price, we can erase all of that. Okay? All the scam artists out there, all the assholes, all the rapists, and, guys that like to bang animals, they're like, yeah, my reputation does suck. Hello, Reputation Defender. These guys are pricks. I was listening to the commercial and I was like, you know what? You know who needs this? Donald Trump. Donald Trump. You know what's called a false awakening? Have you heard of that? It's a term for a guy that's sweating on camera. Do you see this sweat? That's the bad thing about the light because you can see the sweat. You're like, oh, this guy is an old fat guy. The thing is this false awakening, it's a condition that is when you're in a dream state, you think you have woken up, but you're still in the dream. Like Trump supporters. Wearing the blue, gotta represent. Represent what? I have no idea. They're like, vote. I'm like, what am I voting for? I don't even know. I don't even pay attention. You know what news I watch? The Pornhub feed. And there's no politics on there. So I do the creepy laugh, so it's not as creepy. There are about 30 million dead people on Facebook. 30 million brain dead people, that is. Definitely not putting a paper down on the ground. Men are able to get erections and ejaculate after death. I've experienced this. It's called marriage. Made myself laugh. That means it's a horrible joke. Nowadays, it's an achievement to get the date right. It's July 4th, right? Okay. Women do everything together, right? They go on walks together. They go in the bathroom together. They even bang their boyfriend together. This I've never seen. Gyms reopened this week, and that means I've got some working out to do on my excuses not to go to the gym. After graduating high school, I studied music at my dad's basement with a guy named Austin and a cat named Fergus. Got a degree in Mexican. True story. I was on my way to work, and this guy says, "Have fun." What does this guy think I work at Disneyland? Who says that? Have fun at work. Work. This guy needs to look up the definition of work. Definition of work. It sucks. I saw a weight loss commercial, and the lady goes, "I love this program. It's done wonders for me. It has helped change my relationships, how I feel about myself. Without this program, I don't know what I have done in my life." Cindy, 4 pounds lost. 4 pounds. That's it. And her life's changed. Hey, Cindy, it's just begun. I want that job. Can I be a spokesperson? I quit weed for 5 hours. I stopped drinking for 5 minutes. Changed my life. I pretend to be people's Uber, so I can get a laugh. Yeah, I'll pull up to a person who is staring at me on a curb, racially profiling my car. "Oh, he must be Uber. He's driving a Japanese car." "Oh, you want to play that game, Karen? Okay, I'll be Uber. I'm bored. I'm on a break. Wife just yelled at me, trying to get my mind off the shit." I pull up to the curb. I did this the other day. I love doing this. You pull up to the curb, and you go, "Hey, hey, hey, hey." And they go, once you roll down the window, they go, "Are you my Uber?" And I go, "No, I'm looking for this place. Can you help me?" Gets them every time. They're like, and I just drive off. See a guy got a phone. Anyone that asks for directions is a weirdo. If they're really old, I get it, because really old people don't have phones. They have letters. This last lady I did the prank to. See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya. Yeah, I don't get why people don't pay attention. It's kind of like a life lesson, these pranks. That upset that lady, I bet you. And she's like, oh, I gotta pay attention more. Yeah. You know, I've had a lady try to get in my car thinking I was her Uber. Hey, lady, I'm smoking weed. Looking at my penis. Scram. People need to pay attention. When I have an Uber, I know exactly what kind of car it is. I know it's Mohammed or Karen or Chad. I'm looking at the profile. You know why? Because I care about my life. I don't just get in a stranger's car. Oh, this must be my Uber. Because the guy's got a lollipop out the window in a van she thinks it's an Uber. Well, I wonder what happened to Karen. I haven't seen her for weeks. Idiot, you should have seen it coming. That's me as the friend. Like, oh, that guy's such an asshole, but he's true. These people deserve the prank. If you are bored, which I know you are, I don't care if you're an adult, prank someone tomorrow. It cheers you up. I love pranking people. I love saying, you know how to do? Oh my God, I'm such a fucking asshole. If someone pulls up at like next to me on a stop sign or at a red light, I'll go like this, hey, can you, and have them roll down the window and then just turn. And I can just hear him go, hey, 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 hey. I just like act like I didn't do anything. Try that tomorrow. When you're hating your life and you're like, fuck this corona, fuck my boyfriend, I need to laugh. Do that. Hey, hey, hey. Do that to someone. Oh, you'll get a kick. You'll be kicking your feet and you'll be like, oh, that Alex. I'm going to tell my friends about the podcast. I'm free too. You don't have to charge at some office building, you know, and tell me about your sex addiction. No. This is free of charge. You don't have to tell me about any addiction you got. I just give you advice. How fucking cool is that? And then you'll get these rats on my YouTube page. Oh, this show sucks. Oh, this guy's fat. Oh, this guy stinks. Guess what? I know all that. But guess what? You're missing out. I give advice. And you know what? I wear blue colors to make my eyes pop. I care about what you look at. Look at how they're popping. I was like, ooh, shit, I'm going to have to touch myself later. I didn't know I was this good looking. I don't think you should be president if the common man goes, I think I could do a better job than this guy. I mean, you hear that in sports. Oh, I could do a better job than that guy. You hear it for a reason. These guys aren't doing well. So here's my thing when it comes to voting. If you hear your friend who has done meth, eaten a stripper's asshole, and thought Captain Crunch was a real person, if he's going, you know what? I don't think I would have done that deal with China or excommunicado their ass. I think I would have done this. If they're starting to make sense and making our president look like a dimwit, I think it's time to vote for the other side. Now, here's my thing. If I was in Star Wars and Luke Skywalker was an asshole and like banged porn stars and cheated on his wife and probably fondled his daughter, I would have been like, bye. I don't care about the Jedi. I'm going to the dark side. You guys are weird. Luke's weird. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm coming in with the blue. That's why I'm coming in with the blue. I'm the fat. Every fat person knows that. If you see a fat person, they're not going like this, they're not really fat. They're slim fat. See, real fat guys, they just cover them everything. They can't tell I'm fat. They can tell you're fat, but it's like it's a psychology thing. Guy, I could teach you so much. It's a psychology thing. I'm wearing this. I'm thinking, hey, they can't tell. That's why I do this. See, that's why I do this. And my wife told me to do this a couple times so you see this. Sorry, listeners, I don't bang groupies. Wife's orders. Now, as soon as those orders are relieved, I'll make an announcement on the podcast. I promise. You'll be the first one to know. Male giraffes swallow female giraffes' pee to tell if they're fertile. Wish I was a giraffe. That sounds pretty cool. YouTube was created because one of the creators missed Janet Jackson's nipple slip during the Super Bowl halftime show. He wanted to see it, so he created a multi-billion-dollar website all for a nipple slip. Yeah, ladies, I wouldn't go out with this guy. Don't know his name, could be a kid. Doesn't that sound like a kid? What, bro, I missed the nipple slip. I'm starting a website. I gotta find this. I gotta be a part of this. Also sounds like a gossiper. What? Are you kidding me? I missed the nipple slip? I'm starting a website. Or could be the biggest Janet Jackson fan ever. I've seen all of her concerts. I've seen her left nipple. I gotta see the right. Hey, the guy's worth millions. All because he loves Ebony women's nipples. Lesson right there. If you can't come up with an idea, go to a concert and look at the ground. Because I guarantee your friend's gonna say, hey, you missed a couple nipples, and I bet you'll start a website that will find it. Might be a creepy website. How is that guy not like, I bet you that guy, the creator of YouTube, was like, or one of the creators, jeez, that sounds creepy. One of the creators discovered it. What if this guy just wanted to start like a porn website? Hey, nipple slip. Hey, thanks, bro. And then like the geeky friend who doesn't look at porn was like, hey, you can make money doing this. And that dumb friend who wanted on the porn were like, oh, really? And the geeky friend took over. I feel like that probably happened. I feel like I did a couple projects in school that was like that. Hey, let's look up nudity. And the guy was like, no, we should do our work. Hey, you do the work. I'll look at the nudity. That might have happened. Did I mention this podcast is brought to you by Silverton Audio? Silverton Audio is awesome. Go there. Go to silvertongueaudio.org and you may see some titties or dick if you're a chick. JKLOLLMFAOHAHAHA. Go to silvertongueaudio.org to find other cool podcasts. It's almost as good as tits, right? I know, not really, but okay. It's something cool. Go there, you'll see my podcast, Midnight in the Bay. Click on it, and it's going to give you all the episodes free of charge, free downloads. Now, of course, not all the video will be on there, just audio, but still free. Pretty fucking cool. Apple, Spotify, Zingify, Captain Crunchify, they all charge. This one does it. That's how great it is. So you go to silvertongueaudio.org, you see my podcast there with a description of all the episodes and my face, hello. Then you go to the other podcast and you'll see one, and it'll say, Dazed and Disturbed. Oh, this one, you have to have a drink. Hang on. You have to have a drink and shake your head like that, because this one, it's disturbing stuff, but it's also funny. So you'll shake your head like this, but then laugh. It's fun because the guy incorporates Mary Jane. She's a fun host. And creepy stuff, which is also fun too. It's fun mix matching and coming up with a different type of podcast for your entertainment. And it's at silvertongueaudio.org. Do I have small hands? Yes, I do. Hello. Also, they have NPC podcasts. Oh, what's that stand for? Non-porn character? No. Get your mind out of the gutter, sir. It stands for non-player character podcast. This is exactly what you're thinking of now. It's a video game podcast, not a burp podcast. I'm just a gross, fat, old guy. It's a video game podcast. And basically, it's a couple hosts debating, talking, I think that's debating as well, about video games. These people are in the industry, they giggle, they laugh to the same things, and they talk about addiction, something we all know about. So go to Silver Tongue to check out all these free downloads, and hey, what's better than free? Exactly, nothing. It's good to be back from that commercial break. I definitely think I look cool, but also I wonder how many people nowadays tell their parents, look it, let's not talk about politics. I've talked to a couple of friends and it's been the same thing. You talk to your dad about politics? I'm not talking to my dad. Like, yeah, I can relate, man. Like, it's cringeworthy talking to your parents because they're sick of everything. They're like, we've heard it for years and years. They're tired. They're old and fat. Now, this is what still gives me hope. I don't think I'm quite old fat. I think I'm younger old fat because I'm still willing to say, hey, give people a chance. Let's change. But I'm telling you, old people, no, it's just like, what is it with old people? They never want to change their mind. I guess it's called being depressed. But anytime you talk about politics with your parents or your dad, mom, whoever the asshole is in the family, it's always like, you're a racist. You're an asshole. You're gay. You're queer. You're a jerk off. You're a vagina. Fuck you. Fuck you. It never ends well. It's never like, hey, that was a good discussion about politics. I'll consider your ideas. It's never like that at all. No wonder they came up with that saying. What was it? Never talk politics, religion, or gay at the table. I mean, it makes sense, you know? Speaking of these old farts, definitely not looking at notes on the table. You see old people drive old cars. And you're like, that guy's gonna vote for Trump. But also, did they stop living in this time? Did they stay in the 1930s? You see these old people driving these old cars like they never caught up with the times. And it made me think, because I was hanging out with Mary Jane and her sister Alcohol, and I was thinking, is that going to be like me? Is that going to be like you? The older you get, the less you want to catch up with the times. Young people are like, hey, you should do this. And you're like, fuck you. Is that how it goes? Or is that just asshole syndrome? I can't tell. I really can't. I'm looking forward to it. I know I'm not going to give a fuck. I saw an old guy today. He had his shirt up. I'm not going to show you my belly. I'm cool like that. I'm not going to make you throw up. He had his shirt up and belly showing, belly button lit showing. And he just had a look on his face like, what? I'm old. I don't give a fuck. You know? School children, young girls, couples are walking by and they're like, ugh. This guy's just like, I don't care. You know, when you get older, you don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care if my kid or daughter, son hates me. I'm sticking to my ways. And that's belly button up. Making myself laugh, that's part of life, you beautiful bastards, you. I saw an adult, swear to God, swear on my tits, man tits, saw a guy in line at the bank pat himself on the back. And that's not a euphemism for jerking off. I'm actually talking about he patted himself on the back. He didn't look at his phone. He wasn't talking to anyone. He just randomly patted himself on the back. And my first thought was, I need to become friends with this guy because he's going to shoot up the bank. He's going to rob this motherfucker. So I was like, hey, guy, I pat myself too. And he goes, that's gross. Why'd you tell me that? We're in public. And I said, no, I'm talking about you patting yourself on the back. And he goes, I was scratching myself on the back. What are you talking about? And I go, I'm leaving. And I left. I don't bank there anymore. And I never show myself in public anymore. I swear he was patting himself on the back. Weird. Have you seen that? Maybe I need to stop getting so blitzed off of burritos. Have you ever gotten in that carb coma? You're like, I can't believe I ate that much. I just say and think ridiculous stuff. It's how I got my penis caught in my door one time. Things happen. That's when I went to rehab. I ate a burrito. I was like, I gotta get my life in order. Just crazy shit happens. How boring is it nowadays? Let's be honest. How boring is this lockdown, quarantine? It's so boring. This is how you know you're bored. When you look up if ants, not your mom's sister, but ants, if they sleep, which they do. They take 250 naps a day. Can you believe that? I'm not even making that up. They give you a nipple twist. That is a fact. 250 naps a day. They're like a minute long. I'm like, huh. Sounds like me in the bedroom. I'm like, can I be reincarnated as an ant in the next generation? Please, 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 please. Because I love a nap. Oh, that's how you know I'm an old fat dad too, because I love a nap. Oh, if I took this hat off, you'd be like, oh, now I get why he's old and fat. Ooh. By the way, I saw a basketball player. He had a receding hairline like mine. I was like, oh, I like him. You'll just like an actor or someone famous if they have a disfigurement like you. Oh, that guy cries like me. Yeah, I like that guy. But because he's famous, it's kind of cool, right? I love it. I had someone come up to my car while I'm in there. I'm like this. I'm not weird. Yeah. And someone knocks on my door. Hey. And I'm like, oh fuck, I'm going to jail. My son's never gonna see me. My wife's gonna divorce me. It's gonna cost me $1 million to get out. And I roll down the window. Not a cop. Not my wife. Not my kid. Doing a surprise. Hello, Katya. You're on prank. No, it was just a guy walking by and said my tire was low on air. Tire was low on air. Do you know me? I could have like a gun or getting ready for someone to run out with money. This guy doesn't know. This guy, he's one of those Uber guys that said, oh, you're my Uber? Oh, you're in a Japanese car. You're my Uber, right? Look at the fucking app, old guy. You know? It's the same guy. Oh, that must be my Uber. He's got a lollipop and a teddy bear for me. He's waving it at me. A lunatic-looking guy. Jeffrey Dahmer-looking guy. This is the same guy. Your tire's low. My life just flashed before my eyes. He said that, I was like, I was so scared and upset that I had to smoke a bowl after that. I was like, that was horrible. Oh, fuck, I'm not supposed to do this. Hope no cops are watching this. Guess what? I don't care. I got nothing to lose. Except everything. I saw a Chinese guy walking down the street and then a cat. And then I was like, why am I craving Panda Express? It's a Chinese joke. Are hard nipples a turn on for women? Because for men it is. If you got hard nipples and you're a woman, you better go home and change because some man is going to be staring and he's going to be likey. This is my whole thing. I got the nips. Men got nips too. Hashtag. And they get hard sometimes. It's getting cold out. Do women like that? Why I ask? I'm out at a store, in public, with leather on. Kidding. You know fat guys don't wear leather. Doesn't look good on us. And this woman's just staring at my nipples. I'm wearing this gray shirt. I got the shoulders back because I did a 10-minute workout video, feeling cocky. And look at you kind of see the nip. The nips, they're poking. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. They're poking. Fat guys, you know what I'm talking about. They're poking. Fat kids, you know what I'm talking about. They're poking hard, right? I'm in the refrigerator aisle. You know what I mean? And I just had this lady staring. And I'm like, lady, why don't you flick them? They'll last longer. It is true. I do that at the pool. They make them smaller at the pool because they're so big, actually. I like them hard. I mean, I can answer the question for, if I was gay and I saw a man's, because the thing, okay, we're getting odd. But here's the deal. I told a lady, flick them, they last longer. She looked at me like I was a weirdo. Guess what? I got in big trouble because my wife was next to me. She thought I was a weirdo. But I hate when people are staring, like those Uber people. That's why I prank them, and that's why I prank this lady. They're our nipples. Get over it. But now I know how women feel when guys stare. I got it. I told my wife that. I said, you know what? This lady was just staring. I was just like, I need to just put your mouth on them, I'm sure you ladies, you feel that way. Hey, guy. Hey, Eddie. Hey, at the office. Hey, Eddie. Why don't you suck them? There might be milk in them. If I was a chick, I'd be so fucking cocky and angry and sarcastic. Oh, hey, gentlemen, you look at my house? Oh, hey, take a picture. Yeah, take a picture. Your cock will last longer. Yeah. And then I'd flip them off. Fuck you. I'm telling HR, I'd be so cocky. If I was a hot chick, I'd be fucking shit up. And not in an old dude sugar daddy way. And I'm gonna take over the world. Women lives matter. National Women's Day. I'd be full on women. Because I'm full on guy. That goes for being gay. I'd be on full on gay. Because I'm full on straight. It's just how it goes. It's just my personality, my prerogative. Oh boy. Hope the wife never listens to this podcast. Oh, my grandma never listens to the podcast. She'll for sure die. Someone pulled up to me when I was parked, and I already said that. And asked if my asshole was right. Let's just end with that. Who knew, and tell me if this is not going to blow you the fuck away. Hang on. Oh, I might have shit my pants. Who knew you would still have to do PE when you're older? I was thinking about that. I was like, you didn't have to do PE when you're young or in your 20s. You thought the teachers were annoying. I remember I had a PE teacher. She was 400 pounds. And I was like, how did you get this job? Do you know the lady at Weight Watchers that did the commercial who said her life changed after losing 4 pounds? Do you know that lady? What blackmail did you have on our principal? It's like an oxymoron. Hey, run those laps. Hey, how about you run some laps? You look like you're gonna die. I don't even think my teacher's still alive anymore. And she was in her 30s. No, she was in her 40s, but still. She was also the cheerleading coach. I'm sure the cheerleader's like, yeah, I'm smoking cigarettes and banging old dudes. I'm not following these guidelines. It's like not motivating. It's like, you can't have a 400-pound person sell you a gym membership. I remember I sold gym memberships when I was 20. I was yacked. I was taking roids in San Diego. Go back to some of the episodes I talk about it. And I was just, dating girls. I love women. I knew this fucking trainer that I hung out with. He said, bro, I'm so horned up. I ate 5 burritos and banged a chick on top of the burritos. He was on tons of steroids. He looked like a mini Rock. He was a Hawaiian Mexican dude. Yacked. I think his name was Jerry Garcia. I swear to God. Yacked. And he would tell me these ridiculous, I was so jacked up. He was so fucking energized from the steroids. And when you do steroids, your testosterone's so high, to calm it down, you gotta come and you gotta eat. And, well, that's what this guy's theory was. That's probably not true at all. But that's what Jerry, whatever name I gave you, Garcia's thing was. And I remember we had, this guy was 450 pounds, selling gym memberships to nobody. And I felt bad for the guy. He'd sit there, right, at his desk, have the people come in, and a lot of times you had people try to sneak in with their buddies. Oh, yeah, I'll punch in the number. And the worst part about the time, you had to talk to him. I know you try to sneak in. Hey, hello, gym membership. Who? Where's your mom from? It was horrible. But this guy, he would just fail every time. I remember one time he failed so bad, he threw a burrito out the window. He's like, I'm done. I quit. And right there and then I knew that you have to look the part of the job. That's what got me to take the steroids. I was like, I need to sell some gym memberships. Fucking Jeff Garcia over here is fucking people's faces and making money, banging on top of burritos. I need to do something cool. So that's what I did. And let me tell you, it does shrink a lot. Dick looks like a clit now. Thanks, steroids. Didn't say that. My friend told me to say that. It's not true at all. Definitely not true. But you gotta look the part of the job. You can't sell a car if you're wearing, sweats with ketchup stains and an old hockey jersey of a team from San Francisco that doesn't exist anymore. You know what I mean? You gotta have the clean haircut, the $300 suits. That's why you guys see him. You see a car salesman, he's got the suit, he's got like 5 chains on. He's always got, they're always moving like that. Go, do me a favor tomorrow. Go look at a car on a lot. You'll see the sales guy go like this. He'll go walking up like this. They got swag. They're like comedians. They got the confidence. Fuck. They need to make that money, and they'll get it. I had a guy sell me a car and I couldn't afford it. I just bought it because the guy was fucking dope. You know what I mean? That's car salesman. But I wouldn't have bought it from a guy pushing a shopping cart and like pants that you could tell were pants but now are shorts. I got a guy at my work. He wears shorts, but you could tell they used to be pants and he cut them because the lines are all flicked up. I'm like, come on, Javier. Come on, dude. Fucking buy shorts. How cheap are you, dude? And so anyways. Corona. It's gross watching people have sex, but it's even grosser watching yourself have sex. Got rid of the mirrors. Today at work, I was delivering a bunch of boxes. I'm telling you, I had like 4. I was like, and I get up to the door of this business, and one of the employees comes out and goes, "You making a delivery?" "No, I was hired by your boss. I'm a professional box juggler. I'm here to entertain you." This guy for sure would go for an Uber prank and definitely hangs out with old people who don't change their ways. That's for sure, because I know everything. Just like how I know belly button rings look great on a belly without hair. Guys, if you're gonna have the belly button rings, which, listen, I wish I could pull it off. I need the abs though, okay? Gay, straight guy who would get a belly button ring, don't know why. Shave the stomach. I remember I went through a gay phase, shaved the whole body, wanted to look cool. Remember that? Everyone's gone through that phase where you just want to shave the body. I shaved my whole body. I was using Nair. It was like the hip thing to do. It was like all the athletes were doing it. Made my Air Force Ones look better. And that was horrible and really fucking embarrassing to say. But I remember one thing. I remember thinking, if I get a belly button ring, I'm for sure not going to have hair on my belly with it on. You know? I saw a guy with a belly button ring, hair, with the hairs coming out of the belly button ring. I'm throwing up. Shave the belly button or get out. Do I need to talk to your husband? I almost had to pull a gay couple over. Hey, let's get this straight here. Alright, well, we don't have to get it straight here, but let's get something not straight here. You either have a belly button ring with no hair or you don't. Are you trying to make people sick in the mall? We just reopened up. I think about people. Dude, I wear underwear so you don't have to see the outline of my small cock. I think about that. Okay? It's the same thing. When I see people and they got their belly sticking out and it's not shaved, shave it. If you're gonna floss it, I got a birthmark on my back. I'm not gonna show you, but I got a birthmark on my back. When I go swimming, I get it shaved. And luckily my wife has to shave it, and I bet you that's when she's like, how much are the divorce applications? But it's not that gross. She's only thrown up a couple times. Just wanted to mention this to you. Have you ever thought about this? Adam Sandler. Famous, funny guy. Have you ever thought about what characters he can play? There's only 2 characters he can play. He either plays a mentally handicapped guy or an angry guy. Look at the new Adam Sandler movie on Netflix. Hubby Halloween. He plays the town mentally handicapped guy. Okay? I recognize that character. That reminds me of the Water Boy. And then I start going down a rabbit hole. Okay. Little Nicky, Billy Madison. He's angry too. That new one, Uncut Gems, really angry. Anger Management, really angry. Happy Gilmore, really angry. And I thought, you know what? That's me. I'm an angry retard. I can do these roles. It gave me faith to see this new one. It's horrible. Don't watch it on Netflix. I swear to God, I would have rather watched my wife get banged by a black guy. It was that bad. I was like, oh my God, I'd rather see my wife get cheat on me. This is that bad. This is devastating. Adam Sandler has lost it. Netflix should take away that movie contract, because people out here would rather see a devastating thing happen to their family than watch the movies. Remember Ridiculous 6? Yeah. I got Ridiculous 6. Hey, I got something in common. I got Ridiculous 6 inches. Hey, I horrible. I'd rather watch my grandma get plowed by a black guy. When you say that out loud, you're like, that's when you know it's a good movie. I mean, bad movie. Whoops. The truth comes out. That's when you know it's a bad movie. Oh yeah, go to the movie theater. They're just opening them up. You hear a guy say, I'd rather watch my dog get fucked by my grandma. That's when you know it's a bad movie. That's when it's time to get out and cover your kids' ears and make a promise you'll never go to that theater in that bad neighborhood again. I used to suck back in the day. It used to suck back in the day. Can't read Chinese. When chicks were on their period. Remember that, guys? People that grew up in the 2000s, before then. The chicks wore baggy sweats and baggy cargo pants. Remember Jankos? They put those on when they were on their period. It was horrible. And they said, don't touch me. You know, let's wait until it's over and then you can do whatever. But now, leggings? I like period ass. No mind if I do look. Yeah. Speaking of period ass and females, millennials, males, you know you're dating a millennial when they text you when they're about to come. Almost there. Yeah, this happened to me once. That's why my phone bill's so low. You know you're fat when your loads are wide. It's a trucking joke. I saw a guy jerking his body while he jogged. Get your mind out of the gutter. He was, you know, not a mentally handicapped guy. He was just torquing his body and making himself look mentally handicapped, because I saw him, he would stop and walk normal and answer a phone call and then go back to the randomly running, flopping his arms, and it blew me away. I was like, this guy's a fucking genius. You know why? Because this was a bad neighborhood, and he knew that no one is gonna try to rob him if he's handicapped. I think that's the one time you can act like a underprivileged person, is when it has to do with life or death. It has to do with money. That's when you can do it. And that's what this guy was doing. And I was like, you know what, Chinese guy, you're fucking awesome. I'm gonna start doing that when I run in bad neighborhoods. Hell yeah. You learn shit every day, guys. I'm telling you. You learn shit every day. Just like I learned the other day that my theory is right about my Russian friend. He is a spy. Yeah, my friend Stas, I think he's a spy. He's Russian. He travels around the world. This guy, you have a friend like this? This guy, he sends me pictures from like abandoned, hey, I found an abandoned building. I'm like, where are you? He's like, I'm on the Isle of boo 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 boo. I'm like, what the fuck? How'd you get there? Sometimes the details kind of run its course. I just saw him recently. 2 days ago. Is that recent? I pull up, he's driving. Here's the third reason why I think he's a spy. He's driving Mini Cooper. Mini Cooper. Yeah. This guy? Yeah, spy. Spies drive Mini Coopers. The finale, number 4, why I think he's a spy. He put a gun to my head and he said, hey, I'm a fucking spy, don't tell anyone. No, he's dating someone from South Africa. If you're dating someone that wears tan shirt, tan pants, and that white safari hat, you're a spy. Speaking of friends and spies and white hats, I made a bet with my friend Grant that I'm gay. I made a bet that Mike Tyson's going to lose the boxing match in November to Roy Jones Jr. Okay? These are 2 retired boxers coming back. Mike Tyson's done it before. He's lost. Roy Jones, a little younger, a little quicker. Gonna put my testicle on him. Yes, we made a bet with our testicles. If Mike Tyson wins, I give my right testicle to Grant, because the right one's smaller, and let's be honest, the left one, it's got a lot going on. There's blown out veins, it's big. I saw a Starbucks just open there. There's a lot going on. So let's give the little right one. The right one's like a loner, it's small, it's the one that has Napoleon complex. Let's give that one away if I lose, but I'm not. And if I win, I get Grant's left testicle. And I hope he's got a couple things going on in there, because this is what I want to do. Okay? I want to go to a doctor and say, with the Grant's testicle, and go, attach it. Now. 3 testicles. I would for sure get booked on some big comedy shows. The comedian with 3 testicles. Guys, that's been the show. You gotta end on a testicle joke. My name is Alex Woody. Thank you for listening. I'll be at Marina Lounge October 23rd. But guess what? How cool is that I'm on a show earlier than that? So write down October 23rd. He'll be at Marina Lounge, San Leandro, California. I'll give you the details, _ Alex Woody Comedy on Instagram. This Saturday, October 17th. Surprise. Got an earlier show than the 23rd. Comedy on the Street, San Rafael, 7 p.m. Details on my social media. Look up Alex Woody Comedy. It'll be there. Love you. I'm out.